Hi, this is Steven Rothberg with College Recruiter, and I'm joined today by Faith Rothberg, our CEO, and she's also my wife. College Recruiter believes that every student and recent graduate deserves a great career. All of our employees have worked remotely since 1997. So the COVID-19 crisis that's sweeping the nation and even the globe, and employers and employees needing to figure out how to work remotely, tools, etc., is stuff that we've dealt with a lot over the years. And we thought that it would be helpful to our employer customers, as well as other employers, to share some of the information, the wisdom, if you will, that we've acquired over the years. This entire series of 7 videos are available on our YouTube channel under a playlist. If you go to www.collegerecruiter.com/COVID-19 playlist, COVID-19 playlist, no hyphens or anything like that, you'll be able to watch all of them. Faith, for this video, question is, what are the long-term effects of canceling an internship program?
So to answer this question, there are 2 main points I'd like to make. The first one is about an employer's pipeline or funnel. If they were to cancel or basically rescind their internships this summer, most of the employers have really put together programs of a lot of students, maybe 100 students, 50 students, where they have a class and they use that to give the experience to both the students and to have a trial period with them. Mm-hmm. They use that program then to hire many of these interns when they graduate. So if you were to rescind that, you don't end up with any of them, any possibility of hiring these new grads next year. The other piece about that is many of the college grads or the students that start out in these internships become leaders in the organization. And that's the pipeline I'm talking about. So besides being new hires next year, given 3 to 5 years, they become leaders in the organization, and you're going to have a deficit or a break in your talent. So those are 2 reasons, 2 parts of the funnel and pipeline that are important. The second major point I wanted to make is really about branding. This is a perfect opportunity to build trust with people and have good branding around the fact that you care, that you want to make it work, that your company is flexible, that you're going out of your way to continue to be true to what you have already committed to, although you have to change it a bit. On the other face of that, if you rescind, that's actually such a negative, because those students are going to talk to their other students. And when you get back to campus and your competitor has actually been true during COVID to their internship program and you haven't, you're going to get a lot of bad press about that and have a hard time getting the best interns and college grads compared to your competitor. So really think it's important to consider those long-term impacts now and make it work as best you can to make sure you still have as many of those internships as you can.
Yeah, I can just imagine, if you're in talent acquisition, university relations, and you work for a big consumer goods company and you say, you know what, okay, we're due to COVID, we simply have to rescind all the offers to our interns. We don't have a way of making this work. And now you've got the 25 or 50 or 250 or whatever interns that are without their paychecks this summer and without the experience, and they're going into their senior year, that you might think from your organization standpoint, this is just something we have to do. But when you go back on campus next fall or recruit through sites like College Recruiter, if that student or other students look at that and say, okay, you rescinded your internship program last summer of 2020, but another consumer goods company that's really similar to you did not. They came up with projects. Maybe there really wasn't all that much work, but they decided, you know what, from a big company standpoint, we can afford to keep these people on payroll. Or did some kind of adaptation to that internship program. Maybe even just said, you know what, we don't have work for you, but we're still going to pay you, and we want you to help out in some other way, with some help nonprofits or whatever, delivering meals to senior citizens or whatever it might be. The benefit to their brand, the harm to your brand is going to last for years. So,
Yes,
we definitely strongly encourage employers to look for every possible way of providing a meaningful experience to these interns, even if that's significantly different from what you were thinking they were going to do a month ago. And for them too, of course, too.
right. No, that makes a ton of sense, Stephen. And I think that is really, really important. And that was a great idea you just gave about actually even having them do something totally different that is helping people during COVID-19. So great idea.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.